Tonight at 11, fighting back against domestic violence. How a local police department is arming women with the tools they need to keep themselves safe from predators.
But first, enough is enough. That's the feeling in Schenectady tonight after another shooting. This one right outside an elementary school. News 10 and ABC at 11 starts right now.
Dedicated, determined, dependable. This is News 10 ABC at 11.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us. I'm Elisa Streeter.
And I'm Mark Baker. Schenectady police investigate a neighborhood shooting that sent one man to the hospital today. Residents of the Mount Pleasant neighborhood are fed up.
They desperately want to turn the neighborhood around and have already taken many big steps to do so. But they need more support. Marty Casper is live outside Schenectady Police Headquarters with the latest on the shooting and the community's efforts. Marty.
Well, good evening to you, Elisa. Police say the shooting happened just after 1 this afternoon. Neighbors along Webster Street here in Schenectady describe hearing one shot and then hearing a car speed away. It also happened within feet of an elementary school, and that has many people who live in the Mount Pleasant neighborhood saying enough is enough.
It's terrible, man. I mean, kids go to school here.
As of right now, don't nobody want to say nothing because everybody's scared, everybody's shook.
Living in fear and living in an area of Schenectady that has been riddled with violence for some time.
I'm very upset about it.
Patricia Ann Smith is no stranger to Mount Pleasant. She's been living here for 3 decades and is the current Neighborhood Association president. She says the time to get involved is now.
Make a phone call. Nobody knows you're making it.
Police say on Tuesday a man was shot in the torso on Webster Street. He was treated on scene but rushed to Albany Medical Center. Even worse, it happened right next to Hamilton Elementary School.
Why wouldn't you think of the kids when there's a school in your peripheral vision?
Smith has been working hard to help the neighborhood.
We need to focus on the better half of Mount Pleasant.
She's got City Hall to close a tunnel in Grout Park that is known for criminal activity. She's also encouraging the city to fix up area parks to give people hope.
Fostering friendships, playing with each other instead of hanging out on the streets.
An idea other Mount Pleasant neighbors say could be just what the area needs.
The best idea I've ever heard. I mean, there's money to the parks. There's a reason to go there.
Smith is also hosting a neighborhood meeting next week to rally support.
People got to realize it's nothing worth either losing your life or taking someone else's life for.
Smith is hopeful people are willing to stick up for their community and for their own safety.
It's the people in this tight-knit community that need to start saying something, because what if that was your kid?
This used to be a really nice place. It's called Mount Pleasant. Why can't it be pleasant again?
Now, police have not released the name of the victim that was shot, nor have they given us an update on his condition since he was taken to the hospital. Smith says she plans on attending the city's Parks Committee meeting this coming Thursday to lobby for funds for the Mount Pleasant Parks. Of course, she would certainly love your support at that meeting. Now, if you want to attend the neighborhood meeting that's taking place next week in Mount Pleasant, you can head to our website, news10.com, for information on when and where it's going to happen. For now, reporting live in Schenectady, I'm Marty Casper for News 10 ABC.
Thank you, Marty. The Albany County DA says they're going to conduct an independent investigation into the death of Dante Ivy. He's the man police say became combative when they approached him early Thursday morning. He got into a physical fight with the officers, and that's when they say they tased him. Ivy died a short time later. The officers involved have been placed on administrative leave. The district attorney's office is encouraging anyone wishing to speak about the incident to contact them.
Doubling down on domestic violence and making sure high-risk offenders don't get anywhere near their victims is something the Schenectady Police Department has made a top priority. Lindsay Nielsen is live at the YWCA tonight, where they're playing a big role in the effort to stop domestic violence. She picks up the story from here. Lindsay?
Mark, Schenectady police are targeting those high-risk offenders, and they qualify as such if they have a history of domestic violence in their past, and also if they've made threats with a weapon. Now, police didn't find all of the people they were trying to find this past week, but they're not giving up, and now they have the help of many other agencies in this area.
Was there use of weapons? Has he ever tried to strangle you? Is he employed?
Those are just a few questions on a new lethality assessment used by Schenectady police to determine if those accused of domestic violence could be likely to kill their victim. The assessment has labeled 33 people as high risk.
Friday, A bunch of detectives and some police officers went out and attempted to serve some warrants.
Police found 3 of the 12 high-risk men they say they were looking for. Kim Siciliano, Director of Women and Family Services at the YWCA Northeastern New York, says it's not an easy job.
They are very good at hiding.
A reorganized city task force is working closely with Schenectady Police, the Sheriff's Department, probation, and the Schenectady County DA's office.
3 out of 12 is terrific. It's a great team that goes out. We look hard. We go to every address that we possibly have.
Barbara Bordeaux has been at a shelter for victims of domestic abuse for a few weeks now. She believes the task force is helping.
Saves lives. Bottom line.
Bordeaux says her abuser didn't hurt her physically, but rather mentally.
I felt jailed, but I was confined, jailed.
Bordeaux says she wasn't allowed to speak or do routine things.
I could not cook. I could not bathe.
Coordinators at the YWCA say they will continue to track down high-risk offenders and offer help to victims like Bordeaux.
We will keep looking.
Now, these high-risk violations, I'm told by police, could include anything from stalking to assault. The YWCA here, Northeastern New York, says that they've served more than 2,500 victims of domestic violence just last year alone. And if you believe that you or anyone else you know is in that type of trouble, of course, you should call police. Live in Schenectady, Lindsay Nielsen, News 10, ABC.
Thank you, Lindsay. This summer will mark 4 years since Tropical Storm Irene, and parts of Schoharie County still waiting on assistance. The Schoharie County Public Safety Building and jail now sits as an empty shell. Ever since Irene, they've been operating under less than favorable conditions, and today, Congressman Chris Gibson walked through the building, visiting with county leaders and sending FEMA a message.
You know, this has gone on way too long. This is way overdue. We have a facility that's key to public health and public safety, and we need an answer for it.
But there's still no telling when the county will get money from the federal government, and there's disagreement about where to rebuild. Building on higher ground would cost around $37 million, $3 million less than the rebuilding in the same spot.
More witnesses took the stand in the Herman Robinson bench trial today, but the victim has yet to testify. Robinson's suicide note and how it was acquired came up today when an evidence technician was questioned. Robinson is accused of sexually abusing a girl for years, starting when she was 11, then impregnating her and killing the baby he fathered to hide the evidence. The victim is expected to testify and could take the stand as soon as tomorrow. And tonight, an update on a story we've been following for a while. Dylan Nelson's baby is out of the hospital and in foster care. Police say Nelson violently shook him, causing serious injuries. Earlier this year, he admitted to shaking the 3-month-old multiple times out of frustration. Police say the baby's mom wanted to get medical help. She's charged with endangering the welfare of a child.
New at 11, somebody landed at JFK with more than $60,000 worth of heroin hidden in their underwear. Officials at the airport found 2 cylinders of the drug when they physically searched Ivan Ferraro in a private room. And now he's facing federal narcotics smuggling charges as Homeland Security continues its investigation.
Well, the observatory atop One World Trade Center doesn't open until next month, but tickets go on sale tomorrow. It offers visitors a view of the city from above 1,200 feet. Tickets at $32 for adults and $26 for kids. But admission is free for family members of those who died on September 11th, as well as those who worked in the rescue and recovery. It will officially open on May 29th. Well, it's time now for Check of the Weather.
Yeah, there's light at the end of the tunnel, but first we got to get through a couple of dark patches, right, Cap?
Yeah, it's going to, you know, we got to turn downhill for the short term, and then things are looking up, I do believe, by the end of the week, and more so for the weekend. So if everything works out according to plan, we could really be beautiful here by Sunday and Monday. So cross your fingers, guys, cross your fingers. And don't forget the toes. We may need it the way things are going. All right, here's the current temperature in Albany. We're dropped a little bit more now, down to 39 in Albany with a north to northeast wind. So we continue to see that cold air sag southward. Nothing much on the radar, just a few light showers down south of Poughkeepsie, and that's about it. So should be quiet tonight. But I want to show you the big picture. We are watching an area of moisture off to the west. So we'll have to watch this band of rain that may work in and slide just west of us later tonight and tomorrow morning, and then overspread the entire area by afternoon. The difference being tomorrow It will be colder than today. You know what that means, right? All right, 34 tonight, mostly clear to the north, cloudy to the south, partly cloudy here. Late morning, early afternoon, some light rain mixed with sleet and a few wet snowflakes near 40. A mixed bag Wednesday night. We'll pin down who gets what a little bit later. And then mostly cloudy Thursday, a couple of showers, nothing heavy, and a high near 45. After Thursday, it gets better. Much more coming up later in the newscast. Mark?
All right, well, hang in there. Thanks, Cap. We have been talking about a downtown convention center for years, and, well, now you can watch it being constructed in high speed. This is video posted on the new Albany Capitol Center website, and it shows a great aerial view of the progress that's being made at the site over the past year, taken from atop the Corning Tower. Mostly prep work until we reach the point in the video there where you can see Wellington Annex disappear. That was imploded in August. The 82,000 square foot building is set to be complete in 2017, offering a convention center and ballroom with direct connections to the Empire State Plaza, the Egg, and the TU.
A big happy birthday to Saratoga Springs tonight. The city has turned 100. While people have been flocking to Saratoga for centuries, it didn't become its own city until 100 years ago. Today we know it is a tourism mecca with the Saratoga Race Course, the Performing Arts Center, and shops and restaurants on Broadway. But it was also known for its casinos and illegal gaming tables. However, it wasn't gaming that first attracted people to the Spa City. It was the mineral springs that put Saratoga on the map.
The Native Americans believed in the healing powers of the mineral springs that were here.
And to help celebrate the 100 years, Saratoga Springs will unveil Centennial Park in June. Right now it's under construction in Congress Park. They got a lot to celebrate there.
Certainly do.
Well, coming up after the break, a firestorm in South Carolina is heating up tonight.
Yeah, a white police officer charged with murder after he shot a black man running away from him. The chilling video is next.
Plus, the fate of Johar Tsarnaev in the hands of the jury tonight. How likely is it he'll get the death penalty? We'll take a closer look.
Plus, this double wide will have you doubling over when you hear how much it costs. The $1 million mobile home will set your bank account back big time. Those stories and more coming up.
So